Hello and welcome to the Mindset Model Podcast. I'm Sarah Davis, your go-to confidence coach. This is the place where self-doubt gets kicked out, confidence gets turned up, and you get the tools to live the life you know you were meant for. In this podcast, we dive into real stories, mindset magic, we have guest experts, and the truth about what it really takes to live your best life. So grab your coffee, turn up the volume, as we are raising our standards and stepping into the version of you who owns the room. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Mindset Model Podcast. I am so excited today because on this podcast, I have got the queen of dance, the choreography expert, Steph. She's a dear friend of mine and I'm so excited to have her on the show. So Steph, welcome, my love.
Hello, my girl. Thank you so much for having me.
I am delighted, and anyone that's listening to this podcast now, make sure you grab a cup of tea, a coffee, listen up, because we've got some juicy nuggets for you today. So Steph, tell me a little bit about you, your background, where you come from.
Okay, so I have been a professional dancer, performer, choreographer, coach for over 20 years now.
20 years.
Over 20 years.
Expert vibes. Here we go.
And I have my experience is very varied. So I've done everything from sort of live performance, things like musicals, fashion and hair shows, opening for artists.
Wow.
Into kind of TV and film and media and casting, and then into more competitive.
Okay.
Right, competitive dance. The wedding industry, I work a lot with wedding couples and wedding evening entertainment. A bit of everything. I do a bit of everything.
So when we go to a wedding and we see the couples doing an absolutely flawless show, that's you.
That's me, girl.
You have taught them the way.
That's me. Yeah.
That's amazing. Your accent, where are you from?
As if you don't know, bitch. We've only known each other for how long?
Where are you from?
Yeah. Well, I've been back and forth between here and the States since I was 15.
Okay.
And my journey with dance, I started when I was a teenager. I had my own hip-hop dance crew, street dance crew in Bristol. So we competed and performed and did all the good things. Then I went back to the States and I was doing more of the musical theater, choreographing, things like that. And then I moved to New York in 2015. And that's when I started working for a ballroom and Latin dance studio.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. Get your ruffles out. That's owned by the pro dancers of Dancing with the Stars. So that kind of unlocked a new level and side of my dance.
How did you get into that? That's mega.
Well, so, bitch.
Okay.
Power of manifestation.
Oh, we've got a story
right
coming.
There. But I didn't even really know what it was at the time. I was so obsessed with Dancing with the Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was living in South Carolina and I was like having that quarter life crisis thing when you don't really know what you're doing, and
we can all relate to
right?
that. Yeah.
And, where am I going? And I every Monday watched that show. I think it was on a Monday at the time, and I was in love with two of the dancers, their brothers. They were just incredible, like their personalities.
What is Dancing with the Stars? Just for anybody that doesn't really know what it is.
It's like Strictly.
Okay. Oh, okay. Strictly.
Yeah.
But in America.
In America. Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody on the show is insane, but I remember these two and I loved how they moved, and they had just cool personalities, and I decided I was moving to New York City.
Okay.
That was parked. Decided I was moving to New York City, and I was working at the time before this as a talent agent. So I was working...
A talent agent?
Yeah.
Okay.
With actors and models, and I was still teaching dance. And I think I just was like, oh, I'll get something in New York in that industry. I didn't really know what I was doing.
It was a feeling.
It was a feeling. It was my sister and I. We had no money. We had no job. We were staying in an Airbnb with a couple of hours friends who were a couple. And I remember getting to New York, and I was looking on like Craigslist or Gumtree or whatever the shit. And it was something about looking for ballroom dancers. It was a different studio. It wasn't the one that I knew. Sorry. Let me back the fuck up for a second. I figured out when I was in South Carolina that the brothers had a ballroom dance company.
Okay.
In New York, and I was like, oh my God, if I ever go, like da-da-da-da-da. Bearing in mind, I have no ballroom or Latin dance experience in my life. I've never done this before. I just was obsessed with watching it and seeing the journey of the dancers. Yeah. And then I thought, oh, shit, I remember the studio. Yeah. Like, they have a studio here in New York. So I, on a whim, found an email address, sent an email saying, you know, this is my background. I have coached, you know, musical theater, and I've done the hip hop side of things. Do you have anything in your studio? I'll do admin. I'll
clean the toilet.
Right. I'll do
anything.
Whatever.
I'll be your bitch.
Right. And I remember I got an email back within like the hour saying, we want to invite you for an interview to be considered as a full-time ballroom and Latin dance instructor.
What?
And I thought, you've got to be fucking kidding me, because this is not my genre. I don't know what I'm doing. Basically, I went through crazy training, dealt with all the things like perfectionism and imposter syndrome, because these other dance professionals were, you know, champions in their country, and they come from backgrounds where they've been dancing since they were 4 years old. And the women particularly, I mean, they're so amazing and so gorgeous, and they have a very certain body type, and they've been doing this since they were 4 years old. And here I come, like, hey, this hip-hop dance bitch who has never done this style before. And as a female instructor as well, it was very much, you know, mainly women that wanted to dance. So we had more male instructors than we did female instructors. So it was pretty grueling, and I went through some rough times.
Some challenges.
Yeah, it was hard. I just worked my ass off, and I managed to become one of the top female instructors in the company and a top choreographer, and that never kind of caught up with me, because I always just felt like I was behind, you know, when I started. So it was very much, that was really big in developing my mindset, because I dealt with a lot of like comparison, and you know, you always feel like you're not good enough. And so
I am blown away by this story, and I know my listeners will be as well. This is the most powerful manifestation story ever.
It was crazy.
This just shows that when you truly believe in yourself and you want something, even when that self-doubt, that fear, that imposter syndrome, that perfectionism shows up, you smash through that because you had that feeling, that joy, that desire to go for this. You did it. That is absolutely incredible, and we will dive into a little bit more behind this later on in the show. But first of all, I want to ask you, so when you came back to the UK around 2018,
yes,
this is when I want to find out a bit more about you starting your business here and how we met as well.
Well, I remember how we met. Do you remember how we met?
I do. Tell me. Tell me exactly how we met.
So I came over here, started my own business, really kind of focused more on the wedding couple side of things, because in America, no one gets married really without preparation for their first dance. And I found that was really lacking over here. And it was something that I wanted to, I worked a lot with wedding couples in New York, so I really wanted to kind of get into that. And at the time, I got a part-time job in John Lewis on one of the counters. Yeah. And I just remember seeing you cloppity-clopping across the motherfucking floor, looking like a boss. And I was like, who is she? because you had this confidence. You had this aura. And I don't actually encounter that often, I have to say.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, okay, who's this? Who's she? What's she about? And then I think we just kind of...
When I remember speaking to you, I don't remember the first time we met, but
No.
I remember just being like, your energy. I was so drawn to your energy, your charisma, your stories about dance. I found it so empowering, exciting. We went down our spirituality hole.
We were on the crystals. We were talking about the Reiki.
Oh my goodness, like manifestation, like spirits, like all the things.
Yes, yeah.
And I feel like we had an instant connection. I was on the Kelsall counter at the time in John Lewis, and I remember us like hiding away from the managers, like trying to be like, oh my God.
In your sexy white lab coat.
Oh, I was like,
In her glasses, looking all hot. Yeah.
Literally so funny. Then we reconnected. So I got back in contact with you because I was on my own confidence journey. I really wanted to build my self-esteem. I wanted to get back into presenting, acting, modeling, and everything like that. And pushing my comfort zone, I knew that dancing would really help me because I've always felt so awkward with dancing. I've had this idea in my head that I, can't move that well, and I can't remember the steps and things. So I was like, I'm gonna have to get back in contact with Steph because I knew you were doing dance classes near me, literally down the road.
Yeah.
So you had your studio. I called you up and I was like, Steph, I'd love to start dancing.
You
with
came to some group classes.
That was it,
didn't you? And I think I remember you saying, I really want to get back into my body. Yes. I feel like that was something that was big for you back then.
Oh, I remember. Do you know why? Because I really wanted to help myself with meditation, and a spiritual person I spoke to was like, the reason why you're not getting into your meditation is because you need to move your body. You have got a disconnect from your body and you need to get involved with some dance. So she told me to dance, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know anyone who dances. And I said, what the fuck? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
I said, what the fuck? So my first dance lesson, I was so scared. But as soon as I got there, oh my gosh, the other girls that were there, beautiful. You as a tutor, as an educator, just so warm, welcome. There's me, basic bitch, coming in.
Not at all. It was so, you brought your energy to everyone in that class. By the way. So yeah, you started doing group classes, and then it was probably it was around this time 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was. Yes. It was. Yeah.
And we were prepping for a show.
A showcase.
And I knew you were wanting to go more in the presenting direction and kind of, explore that avenue. And I thought, this bitch needs to host the dance show. Didn't I? So I think
remember
called
this meeting. She called me in. I was like naughty. I was like, oh my God, she's called me in for a meeting. What have I done?
Yeah. And you said yes. You said yes. And, you say now that you were really unsure, but you didn't seem unsure to me.
Do you know what it was? Like, I knew that I wanted to do it, but the fear, the self-doubt, because I hadn't presented anything for years. It had been, like 5 years since I'd been on stage presenting. Wow. I knew I wanted to get back into it. When you asked me, my soul was like, yes. But the part of me was like, oh my gosh, you're not ready. What if you fuck it up? You don't know anything about anything. But
isn't that crazy?
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
I know.
Even though you've done it before.
Yeah. I know. It's the imposter syndrome. It comes up and it's like, well, I don't know.
And I don't think we ever feel ready.
No, correct.
No matter what level you get to, no matter how long you've been doing whatever it is, you never feel...
There is never a time to feel ready. Even the most confident person that you look up to, these celebrities, these stars, these people that we're watching, they will all have that little voice in their head that says... you're not quite right, you're not quite ready. But the difference is they don't
do it
listen.
anyways.
They do it anyway. So we are here
Rip
for
the
doing
Band-Aid off.
Absolutely.
Just jump in. And you did.
This
you even danced.
Okay.
You even danced in your fucking leotard.
Can we even... I cannot believe this. So, for the listeners, are you even ready for this? This is what we did. So Steph, being so creative, was like, right, not only are you going to be my host, but we're going to trick the audience and you are going to come out and join one of the dances. I was like, oh my God, this is incredible.
Was
I
it
love
Beyonce?
this.
It was
Beyonce.
I feel like, yeah.
I still cannot believe I did this. Like, it brings me like tingles now just thinking about it. So there I am, like hosting, you know, I'm getting into the flow of things. I'm like, yes, I'm meant to be here and I love it. And then there was this section where I had this leotard on. I had like a skirt and everything. So I had to run around the back, take this skirt off, quickly like get into like Beyonce mode.
Yeah.
And they had this secret door at the back of where everyone was dancing. And as soon as this like beat came on with Beyonce, I fully emerged out like this absolute power queen. I transformed myself, joined this dance. It was unbelievable.
Did you have to, because I find with my performing side of things, you know how Beyonce has her ulterior ego, like Sasha Fierce or whatever, and she says she goes into that. I definitely feel myself when I'm performing, I turn into somebody else.
Yes.
Did you have to do that? Because it's almost like I don't really like fake it till you make it.
No.
But embody until you are. You know, embody it until you are. Then I think we spend so long embodying that we don't realize when we actually become.
Yeah.
So you still think you're not. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so many people, performers, creatives, whoever you are, do this. You have to create. It's the future version of yourself, the version of you that you want to be, that you aspire to be. So I said to myself that day, I said, I'm not awkward as fuck Sarah that doesn't know what the fuck she's doing.
You've never been awkward as fuck Sarah, by the way.
Oh, thank you, my love. Thank you so much. But I was like, no, I am Beyonce today. I am stepping into that power. I'm coming out on that. I am bold, I'm courageous, I can move my body, I am sexy, I'm all those things. And you do step into that persona, but that is the real true version of you. Yeah. And that is what the embodiment piece is all about. So we are embodying. Yeah. I'm here for it. And that day...
How did you feel after?
I don't even know what the word would be.
You're on like a high and then you kind of crash and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
It's like you were a different person. And then you suddenly go back to the person you were before and you're like, what just happened? Was I possessed? But honestly, that experience was the catalyst for my confidence journey. So thank you, Steph, for that. Because, and I really want whoever's listening to this now to really understand that the power of dance, the power of taking those action steps, just saying yes to you and doing something different and scary can make a massive impact. Because since then, I have gone on to do incredible things that I never ever thought I would.
It's been such a catalyst for you.
It has.
Opening new doors and kind of channeling your energy in a different way.
Absolutely. And, you know, when I look at you, like, I think you are the most incredible dancer. Honestly, every time your videos are on my Instagram feed, I'm like, how do you move your body like that? What are you? Like the booty, that everything is going, like, it's like you're made out of, like, I don't know, magic, whatever. But anyway, have you always been this confident? Like, have you, like, how, or have you had to work on your mindset?
It's really funny because being who I am and as a performer, you would assume that I am a very confident person. Yeah. And surprisingly, I actually like to hide. I'm in the background. It was a couple of years ago that I realized I wasn't actually putting myself on camera.
I remember this
conversation.
Do you remember this? Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, how can you be who you are and have a fear of being seen? It just doesn't, I mean, but it's so common, isn't it?
Yeah, so common.
With everyone, anybody, any creative, especially, you know, putting themselves out there, because I think as well, your art is quite vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, so you're showing a different side of yourself, and then you have the whole thing with like body image and what you look like, and there's just so much that goes into it. So I think actually I hid for most of my life, even as this person. So the last couple of years, I've really had to work on owning who I am and not giving a fuck, and just doing what I want to do, and pushing myself and quieting the noise, because I really don't actually give a fuck what anyone else thinks of me. Like, I mean, I hope I don't offend anyone but I'm not somebody who, I'm in a competition with myself.
Yes.
And I've always just wanted to be the very best that I can be. So I'm super critical, and I used to be. I'll say I used to be.
That was the old
Thank
Steph.
you so much. Yeah. So, and it's something that, like I said, it's always there.
This is such an amazing realization, because, you know, your first story about you manifesting being on dancing, incredible. Like, no, most people don't get to do that in their lifetime, but also it's so humbling that someone as creative and as magnetic as you has had to work on their mindset. And it just shows as well that, you know, you have been on the most amazing journey over the last 2 years. I've seen it. I've been here with you, and, you know, we have been checking in with each other.
Yeah.
And this is just the start of something mega. And one of the reasons why I really, really wanted to bring you onto the show is to talk about dance. Now, I would love to know the benefits of dance, why you chose dance, because this is so impactful.
So obviously we've touched on confidence.
Yeah.
That's really huge for me, especially I see with a lot of my wedding couples. I'll get emails and they'll say, "Oh, Steph, I have 2 left feet," or I can't hear beats, or I have no rhythm. And it blows my mind how people just assume that.
I was that person. I assumed that I had 2 left feet, no rhythm, no nothing. That was me.
But if you haven't been taught, if you've never been taught, you wouldn't know.
That makes sense.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Unless
absolutely.
you've ever
we do just assume.
We just assume.
Yeah.
Right? So I really love the confidence aspect, and then seeing them smash their goals, and it gives them something beyond just their wedding. It kind of unlocks a new level for them of, oh, hey, I can do this. So the confidence is huge. But there's also a lot to do with brain health and heart health. So reduces the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's.
Mega.
Also stroke and heart attack, regular dance.
Wow.
And beating out other leisure activities as well. So it's so incredible, as well as exercise in general. Obviously, we all need to be moving our bodies a little bit more, releasing all that good endorphins and dopamine. So there's also a lot to do with it being such an incredible natural antidepressant. So I've seen it firsthand. So many of my clients will come in with me and they have the stresses of modern day life, and they're dealing with so much, and they might be very low energy, very low mood, and the power of dance and music and movement and seeing them leave that session a different person. And they'll even comment on it themselves, you know, like, "Oh, I came in, I felt like shit, and now I'm ready,"
with that. I really can. When I went into, you know, the dance sessions with you, it must have been like winter at the time, and it was cold, it was dark. Going into the dance session after a busy day at work, the emails are coming out my arse, and I'm just thinking, what the fuck is this? As soon as you were getting champagne and we're shaking our booties, I am literally leaving that dance like, wow, okay, she's ready. I remember coming home, my husband being like, "Oh, she's on one," and I'm literally there dancing around. You turn
boosted.
into you're
ready to take on anything. It gives you just this other
So I can really feel that from, you know, like a depression and anxiety side of things, the benefits.
And this is all ages,
Yes,
right? They've done studies on adolescents and how it helps improve their self-esteem, and, you know, depression, anxiety, and even going back to the brain health, actually, I had a 92-year-old student. 92 in New York, and she was like, Steph, I'm doing this because I got to stay young, and I'm doing this for my mind, because it improves coordination, improves balance, focus, memory, recall, and she was amazing. Like, she was amazing. She
92.
92.
And she's twerking.
Tiny little thing. Well, she wasn't. Her favorite was salsa, actually. But she was just incredible. And she was like, this keeps me young. So that's incredible power. All
ages, all abilities.
All abilities, all shapes, all sizes.
Anyone can move their
Anyone
body.
can move. There's also, you know, if you go more down, not the spiritual, mindful side.
I would say mindful and spirituality is welcome.
Okay.
It is welcome. Say it.
So like your mindfulness.
Yeah.
Right? And how we tend to live so much of our life, you know, ruminating on the past.
Yes.
Or we're so obsessed with the future, or, you know, and there's not a lot that keeps us rooted in the now. And there's that incredible book by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, and saying that all we have right now is this moment and living in it now. And dance is one incredible way to tune out all the noise and to live in the present moment. And you can't really think, I mean, you know.
I know,
You can't really think about anything else during that time. You're so focused and so in the moment. And I just think that is so, so powerful, especially with all the distractions of phones and, you know.
It's like a meditation in its own right, dance.
Yeah.
Because you go into a bit of a trance where you're focusing but not focusing at the same time. It's really weird, but I can really resonate with that. Being in the now is such a powerful thing that people can be doing, and it's so I absolutely love this, the mindfulness side of things, the spirituality. And as I said, like the spiritual lady that I went to was like, Sarah, you need to do dance to connect to your body. And it really bloody works.
It really does
as well.
And then there's also, like, you know, we hold stuck energy in the body.
Okay, yeah.
Trauma. Things that happen to us. And animals actually, they shake. You know, when you see them shake, and they literally shake off that energy, and then they move on.
Is that what they're doing?
Yes. Yeah.
So when, like, your dog or your cat does that,
they're like, they're shaking the energy off, and then they kind of like clear it out of their body.
Wow, okay.
So it's really important for us as humans, but you know what I mean? For us to move stagnant energy that can block the flow. That's really interesting, because so many of us nowadays live such a, what's that word when you stay still all the time? Stagnant? Stagnant. We'll go with sedentary. It's a word. Okay, that word. I'm with you. That word. Okay. Basically, we're just like couch potatoes. Yeah. We're couch potatoes. We don't move. And, you know, we live such stressful, busy lives, and we do have that stuck energy. And I do feel like a lot of health conditions that we have is because we're not moving our bodies, and dance can really help to remove that excess energy, that stuck trauma. So I'm here for it. And music, I mean, connecting to music anyways is such a boost. Yeah. You know? Absolutely. Takes us somewhere else. Absolutely. Then you've also got sort of the social benefits of dance. What do you mean by social benefits? So dance community in New York, there was so much kind of social dancing, so like salsa or hustle really? Yeah. And you go out and it's a way to connect with people. And I've seen it myself. I actually had a student. Yeah. Well, I've had students, male students, that were maybe a little bit socially anxious or felt awkward and they didn't know how to approach or feel confident in approaching people or women.
Yeah.
So, you know, they came to learn dance moves and actually got really fucking good at it. So that as a way to connect to people when they were out, when maybe they didn't have the words, you know?
So instead of using cheesy chat-up lines like, feel this is boyfriend material. Like, honestly, the cheesiest chat-up lines ever. Your student was like, no, we're going to the next level. We're going to learn how to dance.
They would come and learn it. I mean,
that is sexy. When a man can move.
It does it for me. It's the confidence. They don't even have to be the best dancer, but if you are brave enough,
yes,
I just think that's
it is
insane.
a confidence.
It's confidence.
Yeah.
It's confidence.
When you see that man on the dance floor moving, whatever he's doing, you're like, okay.
And then, you know, the interaction goes from there. So
that is amazing.
Powerful.
Do you have any other like client like success stories or transformations or anything like that? Because I just find this fascinating.
Yeah. Well, we actually had a woman who in New York and she came to dance. She walked into that studio on a cane.
On like a walking
with a
stick.
cane. Yeah. And her transformation was absolutely incredible. I mean, she ended up actually doing a showcase and performing. And I believe it was either her physio or her doctor came to one of her performances and was like, the physical transformation that I've seen in this woman is incredible. She was walking without a cane. She grew, like, I think it was like an inch or two.
Sorry, what? She grew?
She grew.
Yeah.
She grew. Because it helps your posture, right? And she was so used to having that aid, and
that is powerful.
Insane. Yeah.
Any other transformations?
Well, the confidence transformations I've seen, you know, clients come to us that are dealing with really tough life challenges, grief, depression, going through a divorce.
Huge.
You know, and what it does for them and the joy that it brings into their lives.
So it's a bit like, you know, if you're going through the worst time of your life, going to dance can help you disconnect from what's happening and really bring you into the now, into your body, and just make you feel so much better about the situation. I mean,
I would have clients come to me and say, this is like therapy. This is my therapy time. Yeah.
That is outstanding.
I think it's also so powerful as a way of expressing yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, without words, feeling through your emotions. Also, the artistic and creative side of things. I don't feel like there's a lot of outlets for creativity.
You're so
at the moment.
You're so right. Nowadays, it's all we're just told to do something productive, do something this, and people have really shut off their creativity. So many people that I speak to actually are like, I'm not really that creative, I'm not really that, and that, like you said before, we're just assuming.
Yeah, they just need to find their avenue.
We've just shut this part of ourselves off.
Yeah.
If you think back to like when you were younger, when you were kids, you were always out creating, like doing art, like moving your body, doing fun things,
performing, drawing, anything,
all of that.
Yeah.
And then as you get into an adult, when you're going to work and then you've got responsibilities and bills and things, you just completely shut off.
Yeah.
And this is an incredible way to activate that artistic, creative nature within us. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I feel really lucky with my choreography side that I have that outlet, you know, that I'm able to create something that maybe evokes emotion from people. And you know, and it's so, when you go and watch, we all love watching, you know, a play or TV or anything, and it kind of it taps you into other parts of yourself. And I find that really powerful in dance. But dance has been around forever.
Has it? Let's talk about the history. Where does dance, has it been around forever?
They've been doing it even, like, you know, there's a spiritual side of it. There's tribes back in the back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
You know,
1,000 years ago.
That are like dancing for celebrations and that are dancing to honor nature and the divine. And, you know, it's always kind of been there. And I feel like nowadays, sadly, I mean, even not that long ago, right? It was very popular in schools. And they would teach you ballroom dance in school.
So you are here to bring dance back. That is your purpose.
I'm bringing dance back.
You are bringing it back. And, you know, with your business, Kelsall Choreo, what do you offer your students, your clients? Tell us a bit more about what you do. I mean, obviously you do, you know, the dance classes, because I was a part of it and I love that. But what else do you do?
So I do a lot of private sessions or 2-to-1 sessions, which are really great for couples. My wedding, you know, I work with wedding couples too. But
so even if people aren't getting married, you still do couples as well.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think it's an incredible way to connect with your partner, and you learn a new skill together, and physical touch is a love language as well, isn't it? So, you know, you can ignite some passion.
That's really interesting because so many people nowadays, I find, are getting quite disconnected from their relationships. Obviously, that we, you know, like work stresses, kids stuck in their phones, you know, things like that. So it's a really great way for couples to have a bit of spice, a bit of nutty.
Yeah, and a lot of the wedding couples that I work with, obviously, they're prepping for a goal for their wedding, but they love it so much, and they have such an amazing experience and enjoy their date night and bonding time together that they'll continue dancing after the wedding. Yeah, and it'll be people that were like, I did not think this was for me, and I did, you know, wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy it, or I didn't think I'd be any good at it, and they absolutely fall in love with it.
Of course, because you are an incredible teacher, educator.
Well, thank you.
You are. So I totally believe that.
But I think dance has its own power too, right? But I'll take it. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So then I do the group classes, I do bespoke groups, sort of custom projects, events like team building, more down the corporate side.
Really?
Yeah, wellness retreats. Yeah.
Everything.
Hen parties.
Hen parties
Are celebrations.
Wow, I bet that's so fun.
That's so good. And then, you know, such an amazing thing for the women to do. Get your girls together, have a dance. But then a lot of the times they actually end up performing that the night of their wedding as like a kind of surprise to the guests, which is just amazing because they come out and boss like a flash mob style, you know, and the guests weren't expecting it. So that's always really, really fun. I'm actually working with businesses and brands as a creative director for their content. So creating content which is designed to sort of drive engagement on their social media platforms using dance and movement and...
That's amazing. Yeah. What, like on the TikTok?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, because that's what everybody wants to see, right?
Yeah.
Those are the most popular, most entertaining posts.
So, you know, when you see on the TikTok, like people that are like working in a warehouse.
Exactly.
Is that you?
Hair whipping, slut dropping, twerking on a coffee machine, all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to have a powerful TikTok, you know where to look.
That's it.
And also, what is this hoedown?
Oh, the hoedown.
The hoedown. Tell me about the hoedown.
So it's like line dancing, but hoey. No.
How do you make it hoey?
No. It's just, I think line dancing kind of has a stigma about it and a bit of a...
It's a bit stiff. And it's a bit like boring. Not boring, but it's like...
And I'm here
mechanical.
here to make it something else.
Saucy.
So,
okay.
So hoedowns for, I've got one in the works actually for Cheltenham for quite a cool venue. But people for their weddings, for their Christmas parties, for events.
You can book a hoedown this year for your Christmas party. It's not too late.
That's it. And people get into it. I mean, they bring their hats, they bring their belts, they bring their boots. One of my guys dressed up as a cow. I mean, that was his and I'm like so happy he had that.
Do you?
Yeah. I loved it. I'm here for it. So yeah, anything and everything dance related.
You do.
I am your girl. Yeah.
Steph, you are an absolute incredible person. I know that my listeners are salivating. They're wanting to get you booked in. Where can we find you? How can we get in contact with you?
The best place to find me is probably Instagram.
Okay.
So my handle is at Kelsall, Kelsall, Choreo, Choreo. Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing. Thank you
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so excited for this journey that you're on, and I am beyond honored to be your very first guest.
Thank you so much.
On your podcast. So thank you so much.
You've set
We're
the
coming
bar
back.
high. Oh, round 2. It's
round
coming.
2, bitch.
It is coming. So thank you so much, everybody, for listening to the show. If you loved this, and I know you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next time on The Mindset Model.